Good morning.
Mike, David Moore, Dallas Morning News. You were talking earlier in the week about needing to, one of the things you're pointing to is playing better on the road. When you look at common denominators this season, what areas do you need to clean up to have better production on?
I mean, statistically, the first one's penalties. I mean, our penalties on the road compared to home are obviously too high. But I just think like anything, road environments, it's different challenge, especially at the beginning of the game, when the crowd's the loudest. But we're obviously expecting a lot of Cowboy fans there Sunday. So, but I just think the other thing that I've always tried to really emphasize is taking care of the football on the road too. So, it's a different setting, different environment, and just get out there maybe a little earlier in pregame. Make sure you're set to go.
Clarence Hill, Fort Worth Telegram. Has the beautifully violently running Rico Dowdell earned more carries, and how do you get in more carries?
I mean, we'll see how the game goes. I'm thrilled to death with the way Rico's playing, but I think we do an excellent job of ball distribution.
So you don't see an increase in usage at all, or?
We'll see how the game goes. Yeah, the game dictates that. I mean, I have no problem with Rico getting more carries, and I mean that would be great. But also, my focus is Tony Pollard, as far as the primary ball carrier.
Mike, Todd Archer of the ESPN, talking about the schedule and your practice schedule and things like that. When did, in sports science things, when did sleep become an issue or a big part of how you guys look at things and making sure guys get?
I mean, it's always been an emphasis, but never to the level. I think just like anything, case studies and performance, and I think the other sports sharing, whatever that happens more and more each generation. I mean, you're seeing things that we do today that are in the high schools that weren't in the high schools 20, 30 years ago. So I think it's really part of our society. Information and access to information is so much more readily available. The education, and now you have history of different programs. So I think it's just part of how things work today compared to 20, 30 years ago.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Mike, last week was Micah's first game without a tackle this season. How much does the attention that he get positively kind of impact your defense, and kind of how does that compare to some of the attention other high-profile defensive players have received in your time?
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. I mean, Mike is always going to have a bright light on him, as far as how the other team looks at him, and I think when we go back to year one, the ability to move him around and create targeting challenges, is something that I strongly believe in, because I know as an offensive coach, it's easier to help or target a guy when he's in one position. So, in just like anything, so much is made of individual statistic. I was just asked a question about Tyler Biadasz, as far as his impact on offense. There's statistics that, there's things that are very important that don't show up in the statistics, and Micah is a great example of that. So, I mean, he creates so much disruption and attention that others benefit from, and that's part of our defense.
Michael Galpin, Dallas Morning News. He hasn't played this season, but just curious, how's Viliami Fehoko done just in practice, meetings, should he be called upon?
Really like what he's done. He's physical, plays the right way, but he's been very active on the look teams. So I mean, he's just a young guy looking for an opportunity.
Scholar.
Scott Dixon with the AP. I know it's an estimate from yesterday, but Turpin listed as full. You anticipate him a go this week?
Well, we'll see how he does today. We're in pads today. We'll have full practice, so I mean, he's scheduled to take all his reps today. So, but yeah, I'm hopeful that he can have a great week and line up on Sunday.
What are your thoughts on Bryce Young coming out?
Really liked him. I had a chance to visit with him over at the Alabama workout 2 years ago, after his junior year. So you can see just the intelligence. I thought it was really cool that he was there to throw for his teammates during their pro day. But as a player, very instinctive, excellent touch. I think his ball placement and anticipation is top notch. So definitely liked him coming out.
Where did his size come in for you?
Well, he's not the biggest person, and I think just like anything, your preference on what you're looking for at the quarterback position. So I mean, everybody has different opinions.
All right, thanks, Mike.
That's it? All right, thank you.